A fractured tale of deception and anxiety unfolds, seeking truth and closure for justice in the Madeline Soto case.
She feels like she's anxious. Maybe that's just a ruse to de-rug her up so that anything could happen to her. She can take the pictures, sell them. Stefan can have whatever way he wants. But look at that. Look at the screen, guys. She's talking about her daughter, Maddie. Her daughter, Maddie, that's been missing, and she doesn't know that she's no longer alive at this point. And that's the conversation that she's having. Proof of life, alibi, and a timeline, in my opinion.
That seems to me unusual. Why has she separated? Getting ready for bed. She was getting ready for bed. She was doing her routine.
What's her routine?
So she's attempting to make the whole thing routine
94%.
and normal.
Exactly.
She took her nighttime meds and she got into the shower to get ready for bed.
Yeah, that is a
The detective,
huge deal.
what meds? What does she take?
Exactly.
She takes hydroxyzine.
And she leaves everything else out. She only says hydroxyzine, which is a strong version of Benadryl, because you don't have to have a prescription. We know, whether you guys believe Stefan or not, we know, Stefan knows, and Jen knows by telling the officers, I need my medication, and having a big bag of medication and Xans, etc. She knows, he knows, everyone knows that Maddie was getting more than hydroxyzine. But yet, that's what she's going to say?
For anxiety and for sleep. Normally,
I think the dogs have anxiety.
And the AI has made a mistake here. It's put these reasons in blue, but actually the detective did ask her, what's it for? And she said it's for anxiety and for sleep. Had he not asked her, what's it for, then we would have paid more attention to this, because it would have been more sensitive, her giving the reasons without being prompted. But I recall the detective actually did ask, so we put less emphasis on her excuses. The detective, could she take that by herself, or would he, referring to Stefan Stearns, the murderer, have given that to her? Jen Soto, she minimizes. I think she took it by herself. She got home and she had already taken it. Now, bear in mind, Jennifer Soto wasn't there. She was at work.
Right. She was at work, and we're doing that. We're the ones doing that, guys. And yeah, if you guys are on Jen Soto's side, feel free to talk and chat if you're supporting her. I mean, you know, I actually was in the Casey neighborhood, and she put a Amscot on the map for me. Can't look at one now without thinking of that poor baby. I think you missed something, but I'm not really sure. I'm not sure this has been asked, but I don't remember. Yes, there's a toxicology report. There's a medical examiner report that's written up all the information. There's an autopsy report, but she's a child, so it's not going to be released to any of us. But yes, there is one.
Detective spotted that. Ah, yes. Again, we don't have him ask the question, but he's obviously asked the question. Do you remember when she went silent and her tonality changed? She had to think. That's what he told me.
I'm surprised she didn't say the dogs were anxious. We
Okay,
gave him Xans.
So watch the pink repetition. Get ready for bed, get ready for bed. It appears twice. The hydroxyzine sedates within 30 to 60 minutes.
Exactly.
The child takes it at 8:30, according to Stefan Stearns. By 9:30 should be drowsy, by 10:30 should be sedated. Yet at 11 o'clock, 2.5 hours later, Soto claims that her daughter is getting ready for bed. Nope. Not impossible, it's just unlikely.
She's a child.
And then notice that's what he told me. She distances herself from this knowledge. That's right. Oh, and the pronoun structure breaks down. It does. Look at that sentence. Sorry, look at this entire sentence and paragraph. It's quite unusual. So going on to
we're going to be doing this next. After, guys.
Okay, I realized
as soon as we're done, we're going to have a call in, and you guys know how to be respectful. Also, this time I will be a little bit harsh. So if someone comes in and starts pushing their weight and being disrespectful, I'm just going to hang up. So when we're done with this, guys, we're going to have call-ins, and we are totally, and when I say we, I mean me, I'm totally all on board to have a conversation, even a debate where we agree to disagree. But if you want to have a debate with me, you can't run away with your tails wagging and walk away and say, Jay's so mean. No, we're just going to have a debate. If you agree, we can agree to disagree respectfully. All right. So we'll do that when we're done here. And if you want to say something like Jen Soto distanced herself from her daughter, says not being there in her own daughter's party, right? You can say it. All right. Danny from LA said, I changed my profile. Who likes it? I like being able to see your eyes, Danny. All right. Let's keep going.
I was acting different and not being myself. Yes, you see, the detective has asked, okay, so what actually happened?
Yes.
I couldn't smile in front of the guests. Jen Soto has house guests.
Yep. Betty Holland.
That live upstairs.
She resigned.
I felt this wave of depression that I haven't felt in years. So she's introducing some kind of plausible deniability that she was unwell and perhaps wouldn't notice anything happen.
On anything. I love
in effect, she's making excuses and she's not conveying.
Oh, this is a good one that we're going to pick apart here. You guys see how many eyes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's like 40 eyes in there, man. Eyes and V. There's a whole card in the deception deck with the letter I when you're saying the letter I, when you're using that over and over. Allie Oz, thank you. I love Jay. She's not mean. She's fair. Now, just because I have resting bitch face, it doesn't mean I'm upset. All right, so let's keep going. And I just love debating. I was going to say, guys, when I covered Charlie Kirk and I said hashtag I am Charlie Kirk, I really do mean it. I really do. I want to exercise my right to have a freedom of speech, whether you like it or not. All right. There's what there's to debate is the people in chat that are coming in chat and saying, what good would this even do if whatever, just whatever you want to debate. I don't know. You want to debate that you don't like my hair? Let's talk. I just like debating. Again, hashtag I am Charlie Kirk. All right. Doesn't mean that I agree with what he was saying, but I can certainly get out there and debate with the best of them without being an asshat. All right. Love you, Jay. I'm crying. Debate if she's a potato or not. She is. Well, we can debate on whether she's going to be the next Casey Anthony or not. And yes, I am Charlie Kirk. Absolutely. All right, let's look at this. I'm going to find that I card while we're looking at this so you can see exactly. She absolutely acts younger than her daughter. Also, Jen can't help but talk about herself. I. Yes, we're pro First and Second Amendment. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I want to debate you putting designs on the sides. All right, let's keep going. I do put designs on my sides, by the way.
I felt this wave of depression I haven't felt in years. It was my bipolar symptoms coming up again. When I got home, I looked in the mirror. Oh dear, that's sensitive. And I was not happy. And I was very depressed. So this is her daughter's birthday party.
And 13. It's a big deal.
In a very short time,
and it's not because I'm a doctor.
Party. We spent the whole day. We celebrated with the whole family. She was so happy. Everything's fine. But then we come to the birthday party the night before the murder or the night of the murder. And suddenly she feels this wave of depression that I haven't felt in years.
I wonder why.
During the possible murder timeline. Not the disposing of the body timeline. That's different. Interesting. I felt this wave of depression that I haven't felt in years.
I know.
It was my bipolar symptoms coming up again. When I got home, I looked in the mirror. And I was not happy. And I felt that,
I love the people that have watched all the interviews and can say things like, I can't risk it. I was listening to that portion of it earlier. Guys, there's so many portions of the interview that we can break down. Now, I chose this one because this gives you the whole picture in 35 minutes of what she was doing and planning with Stefan. And I'm trying to show you that it's off the charts deceptive. All right. And no, I'm not a doctor. But I would be one if I wanted to go back to school for like 12 years. I don't want to be one. All right, let me find that I card.
I realized I forgot to take my meds. You notice the whole thing is about meds. She's very sensitive about
everything's meds.
And I said, you guys, I need a good night's sleep. So she's just come home to the daughter's birthday party where the abuser and the rapist is, the murderer is. And she's saying that she needs to take her meds, and she sent her daughter and the murderer, both of them, to sleep upstairs in the guest bedroom.
But she doesn't
so that I could get a good night's sleep.
And guys, she's still sticking up for him after she finds out. You got to remember, she doesn't care about that. Now there's literally an entire card of I. Look at the card and look at your screen. Let me just read it real quick and then we'll get back into it. It says, honest people often use the word I, reflecting self-awareness and ownership. A missing I in a statement, particularly when the absence makes the sentence grammatically awkward, might indicate deception. Right. In 2022, when Duchess Meghan Markle spoke about a fire in her husband's bedroom, she recounted, we finished the engagement, we got in the car, and then say, there's been a fire at the residence. What? Then she says, there's been a fire. The absence of I. So if you got the absence of what they're saying here, this is deception. This is the deception deck. If you've got I too many times or I is absent too many times, it's deceptive. And that's going to be according to the deception deck, which is based off of a Veriscope. I don't know if that's an app. What do you call that? A Veriscope program? All right, let's keep going. Veriscope is a linguistics program that law enforcement uses. Meghan Markle.
Then she says, a friend of mine suggested that we all sleep together. How strange.
What?
Not even a friend, and a friend of mine.
Who's the friend that would say that?
We all sleep together in the same bed together. Together is sensitive. But she's not the easiest person to sleep with. She rolls around, she punches, she kicks. Again, look
Maddie.
At the pronoun usage. Her daughter's missing. She's not even using her name. I'm not surprised that she punches, and I'm not surprised that she kicks.
Yeah.
We have a king-size bed, and she typically sleeps on one side, and she'll end up on my side when we wake up.
We saw this yesterday, and we're like, why would she do that then? Why would she have her sleep with Stefan?
So I asked her, I'm like, no, please, I need a good night's sleep. If you guys can go upstairs and let me sleep.
No, she didn't.
This whole statement is one giant excuse. It's one giant Hina clause explaining why. So we don't have conveying. We literally have a mixture of convincing and excuses.
You guys hear that? A bunch of convincing and excuses. And if you notice, Veriscope doesn't even say in my opinion. And you know why he doesn't say in my opinion? Because he's using this. I think it's like a software, right? Not an app, but a software that law enforcement will use, or they'll have somebody come in, a third party, use it and kind of have them take a look at what areas. It helps them to focus on the areas where someone's lying or telling stories. That's where they can poke holes and find their evidence. All right. Sunny Days says, I'm here and I'm angry. LOL. All right.
Yeah. So count the sensitivity markers. So, and, but, so that.
She didn't
paragraph
have a
hemorrhages explanation. Simple fact, they slept upstairs.
Okay. Thank you.
She could have used it in a lot less words than the 100 or so that she's used. When someone explains simple acts at length, they're justifying, and they know something was wrong.
No, I know that's not.
Also, the command, I sent them.
It says channel.
Not that they went.
I know.
I need a good night's sleep. If you guys can go upstairs and let me sleep. So I asked her.
Yeah, why would a friend suggest they all sleep together?
I sent them.
What friend?
Sleep upstairs. And then she goes back in time.
She doesn't even have friends. Oh, is it?
So we have a change of language.